Hey guys, welcome to the Conservative View vlog. Glad you could stop by if you're here. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about what's going on today. There's a few things going on. First, Nancy Pelosi has rejected the stimulus package once again, delaying the stimulus checks that could go out helping the people that really need it. She decides that she knows better than the American people. She told Wolf Blitzer yesterday on CNN that she knows the people better than anybody, that she personally knows them. She feeds these people. And she made it look like you guys are little baby birds out there waiting for the food. She don't know what's going on. She has no idea what's going on out there in your life. She don't know the struggle that you're going through, because she damn sure gets paid for her job. And I don't know how. Because if you think about it, and you need to think hard about it, if all these states, these Democrat-ran states, are shut down, how are they still getting paid? There's no tax revenue coming in. And that makes no sense. They can get paid whether you work or not, even though you're the one that's feeding them. You're the one that's putting the money in their bank. But she sees it the other way around. And I don't understand their logic. I don't know how they're getting paid if there's no tax revenue coming in. And she wants to fund these illegal immigrants. How is that possible? If they're here illegally, they need to go back to their home country. They need to go back there. There's no sense in her political games. That's all it is. It's political games she's playing. This could have been out to you guys 2 months ago, but instead Nancy Pelosi wants more for Planned Parenthood for abortions, late-term abortions, mind you. She wants more for illegal immigrants, more for schools, which, we've already done all that. Trump has already got all that in the package, but she's saying it's not enough. Well, guys, I tell you, $1.8 trillion is a lot of money, and she wants $2.2 trillion. And she just wants it because, and she adds all this stuff in there because she knows Trump won't go for it. And she don't want to help Trump in any way, shape, or form. Her view is Trump's an outsider. Excuse me, guys. Trump's an outsider. He doesn't belong in there, and she's not going to do anything to help him out. She don't agree with him. She hates him, guys. She really hates Trump. And I hate her. I cannot stand Nancy Pelosi. I'm sorry. I just can't stand her. But she thinks that she's the president. She thinks what she say needs to go. She's lost her mind. She needs to go somewhere and get help. She's literally lost her damn mind. And everything she says is wrong. Wrong. Everything.
Wrong.
And if you don't think that she's out for herself, and if you think she's out for you, she ain't out for you. You might as well just kick that in the butt. She's not out for you. She is out for number one. She is out for herself. She doesn't give a shit about anybody else but herself. And if you don't believe that, I'm sorry, but it's true. People need to grow up, know what the hell's going on in the country, and stop this bullshit of going out and fighting in the streets, rioting, burning places down. And and that's half the reason why people can't work, because they're burning down businesses. These people depend on to go to work. And Nancy Pelosi eggs it on. She's for it. And then if you listen to the video I posted on YouTube, if you go back and listen to it with her and with Wolf Blitzer, where she says that she wants more stimulus for the cops and first responders. No, she don't. She absolutely does not, because that's against everything that Black Lives Matter and Antifa want. And she's against that. You better believe she's against it. And she's lying to the American people when she says that she wants more stimulus for the first responders. It's a bold-faced lie. It's a slap in the face to the American people and to the first responders, as she supports Black Lives Matter, Antifa, which is they want to do away with law enforcement. They want to have a community enforcement, which will never work. It would never work. And they want their own power in office, and they'll get it if Biden gets in there. I guarantee you that. And guys, we have to stand together. We have to fight back against this, push back as hard as we can against this, with Nancy Pelosi's blocking everything Trump does. And the way we push back is term limits. We got to push for term limits. You got to. I mean, I know I've tried to get you all to spread this word, but it ain't getting out there. I need you to, and I'd appreciate it that, I greatly appreciate those of you that have shared and liked my videos and subscribed to them. And I really do appreciate it. For those of you who are just now watching, just tuning in, hit that like button, the share button, subscribe button, the subscribe button. Sorry. And most importantly is like the video. It helps the algorithm get out there. It spreads my message. It helps people understand what Nancy Pelosi is doing, if they don't already know, which they should. But there's a lot going on in here that's behind the scenes, that they take your mind off certain things to hide. They put stuff out there to hide other things. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to dig behind the scenes, see what's going on, see why they're distracting us in the news. But most of the distraction now is away from Black Lives Matter and Antifa. But they're still out there, guys. Don't let it fool you. They're still out there. And if Biden gets into office, you're going to see a whole lot more of it. A whole lot more. And if Trump gets in office, you're going to see a whole lot more too. And you don't know, and it doesn't matter if who's in the office, Biden or Trump. Black Lives Matter is still going to push their agenda. One of the guys yesterday was on Twitter talking about if Biden gets in, it would be easy to fill the Congress and Senate with people that's Marxist, more people like he was, and Black Lives Matter and Antifa, because if they know where he lives, and they would push back on him, he would never be able to leave the house. So that's his threat to Biden, which I think was wrong. He should never did that. But if Trump gets in office, he said it's going to be guillotines and slicey boys. So he's talking about hanging people and cutting people up if they're conservative. He wants to get rid of the conservative view out there, which I don't think he don't know what he's talking about. And those people over in Colorado, if they didn't put him in jail and disband this militia he says he has, there's something wrong with them. They need help. What the? Oh, never mind. But yeah, they need help. They need to arrest this guy, disband his little group. They need to let the people vote the way they want to vote. Don't try to threaten them to vote one way or the other. My opinion is shouldn't bother nobody about who they vote for. But it seems like everybody on the conservative side, if you're voting conservative and if you're voting Trump and the left finds out, the Democrats, the left, the liberal left, the snowflakes, BLM, Antifa, if they find out you're voting for Trump, they're going to try to hunt you down and tear you up. Or, they ridicule you. They harass you. They won't leave you alone. And if you're out in public and you're wearing a Trump hat, they try to attack you. They steal your hat. They steal whatever Trump paraphernalia you got on you. They'll take it from you, rip it off of you. They'll beat your ass or try to. And it's just ridiculous that this is the way it is today. Trump's never done anything to anybody, and the people that's voting for Trump haven't done anything to anybody. Yet. I might say yet. Trump wants what's best for the country. He wants what's best for you, me, my family, my kids, my grandkids. He wants what's best. The Democrat Party wants what's best for them. The snowflakes, BLM, and Antifa wants what's best for them. They want to strong arm people. They want control, total control. And if we let this go too long, it's going to be that. Unless the good Lord comes back, in which I pray he does. Is because either way we go, there's probably going to be civil war. And I don't want to scare nobody, but it's the truth. It's the truth. There'll probably be civil war. And it's exactly how the Bible described it would happen. And if you noticed, the Generation X is the last generation that ever had parental control, that was able to discipline. Their parents were able to discipline them. And then when Generation X became adults, they weren't allowed to discipline their kids. So now the kids are being taught in schools this far left liberal idea that if your parents spank you, go to the welfare, call the social services, and they'll go to jail. And they beat this into these kids in schools. And now the hands are tied of the parents. The government stepped in and took that right away by allowing this liberal idea to be taught in schools. The schools now are teaching these kids far left crazy stuff. That's the far left agenda. They lie to them about what America's about. They get their head filled with this entitlement idea that they're entitled to everything. And this is Nancy Pelosi and the Democratic far left dingbats, AOC and all those. And these teachers follow this, and if they don't, they'll get fired. I've heard it several times by plenty of people and teachers that if they don't use the liberal ideas in school, and that if they go conservative or bipartisan teachings, it's over. It's over for them. They're done, especially in the colleges and in high schools. And I just think it's wrong that this idea would be taught in school. You should be, if you're a teacher, you should be bipartisan. You should have bipartisan teaching in school. None of this one left-leaning, Democrat-leaning, the agenda of the Democrats. No. It's the American agenda. Truth. The truth. Stop feeding these kids lies about our government, about American people in general. We're not bad people. We're good people. They teach them white privilege. That's a lie. There is no white privilege. Don't let them feed your kids this nonsense. There is no white privilege. Your kid's not privileged because of his skin color. It's just not true. And this rhetoric needs to stop. And your kid's not racist if he likes Trump or votes for Trump or wears Trump gear. This is not true. And these people need to be stopped. And if they're not stopped, it's going to get worse. It's going to get way worse. And it's up to us as American citizens to teach, as the parents of them, it's up to us as parents to teach our kids in America the values of hard work, family, and the values of friends, because you cannot be mad at each other out there because of whichever way you vote. You can't do that. You can't. It's not right. It's not fair. You shouldn't have political nonsense divide you, divide your families. It shouldn't be in your friends. You know, your family is number one in your life. It should be. Well, number one in your life should be the Bible and God. Number two is family, and then country. And your family should come above country, because your family is going to be there for you if you need them. Don't ruin that. Don't burn that bridge. Because if you burn the bridge between families, it's too hard to get it back. Believe me, it's way too hard to get that back. It takes a long time. But just like the Bible says, in the end times, parents, the son will rise against father, daughter will rise against mother, and vice versa. But people will rise up against each other in the last days. And it's basically going to happen. It's happening now. If you see the way these kids have been divided by schools from their parents, how they taught them a whole different way, a nonsense way, a fiction way. These teachers in schools today need to be reprimanded for that kind of teaching. They need to be out. And Trump wants to do that. He wants to get rid of these liberal teachers and get bipartisan teachers back in there like it was in the Generation X and before. But our generation, the Generation X, was the last true generation, the great generation that was disciplined properly by the parents. After that, it went slowly downhill, and now look at it. Look how bad it is now. It's crazy. These kids are unruly. They don't listen. These 20 and 30-year-olds are out there rioting, tearing down businesses, shooting people, killing people, causing all, and stealing from personal homes, private homes. They're now going into private homes and taking this stuff. BLM says it's because the white man owes them that. It's reparation. And if we keep this up, it's going to be spread it's going to be spread nationwide. Right now, it's in mostly Democrat states because the Republican governors won't tolerate it. They won't put up with it. They squash it out before it starts. And our Republican-run sheriff's offices, they definitely won't put up with it. I guarantee you that. You try to mess around with these Republican sheriffs, they ain't going to fool with it. They're not going to listen to the governor. They're going to listen to the people who put them in office, not the governor. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to rant about that today and ask you, please, talk to your kids. Find out what they're being taught in schools. And if they are being taught that leftist idea, like they say, that leftist idea, that liberal idea, then you need to talk to them and say, hey, that's not right. Don't listen to it. And then call your schools and say, hey, look here. You're teaching my kid the wrong thing. I want the textbooks that was in there when I was in there. I don't want this liberal idea. Teach them the truth about America. America is the greatest nation on earth. It's not America that's bad. It's the inside of America that's rotten, and that's the government. That is the government-run cities, states, and your governments in federal offices. They're what's the matter with America. It ain't the people. It ain't America itself. It's the government. You need to get these term limits in there. Get these these actors out of the House Democratic Party and out of the Senate because they're nuts. They don't know what they're doing. They're only pandering to the left, the far left, to their agenda. They're giving them whatever they want, whenever they want. Black Lives Matters and Antifa's got a free path to destroy everything in their path, and the Democrat Party opened that up for them. And that's Nancy Pelosi and her goonies, and Chucky Schumer and his goonies. And I don't want to believe that all Democrats are bad, but I see nobody standing up against Pelosi and that Democrat Party. Nobody. So go figure. Go figure that. Nobody. They'll say it, they say they want this stimulus to go through, but nobody stands up to Nancy Pelosi. So you guys can get the money that you need to get your kids fed, your food, pay your rent, your utilities, just that type of stuff. But Nancy Pelosi thinks that this is just a game. I don't like Trump, and my game is stop him at every corner. And that's what she's doing, stopping him in every corner. But guys, we got to quit letting this liberal idea, far left agenda of AOC and Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Jerry Nadler, Adam Schiff. We got to quit this nonsense with them. And we got to tell our kids, listen, the school is not teaching you the right way. And then when you get done talking to your kids and explaining to them the real truth of America, call your school administrators and tell them, quit teaching my kid the wrong liberal ideas. We're tired of it. We're done with it. We want peace. We want peace between families, peace between friends, peace between American citizens. It's enough of this divide. Stop separating us. We're tired of it. And your agenda is not going to work, Nancy Pelosi and you far left Goonies. Black Lives Matter, and Antifa. Your agenda won't work. And you need to stop. It's not going to work. Whatever your plan is for America, it's not going to work. The majority of Americans don't want it. So back off or leave. Go to Canada. Go to Russia. Go somewhere, but get out of America if you don't like it. If you don't like America, there's a free path to exit. You can leave anytime. And I'm sure we can get enough money up to get y'all out of here if you ain't got the ticket to get there. But there's plenty of other countries you can go to with this nonsense and see how far you get with it. See how far they would put up with it. You'd probably be dead by now. Just saying, or locked up. But anyway, guys, I thank you for listening to this little rant, this little vlog. And if you wouldn't mind hitting that like, share, and subscribe button, it helps me out a lot with the algorithms of YouTube and other stations. And also, I'm on Patreon if you want to come join me there. I'm on there weeknights at about 7. I'm going to start live broadcasting if you're interested. And it's a live broadcast. We get in there and discuss situations. I'll have a live chat up, and we'll go over some of the concerns that you have and try to work things out with getting people back together instead of dividing them. And all ideas are important. I mean, everybody's opinion matters. And we shouldn't judge somebody by their opinion, whether they're bad or good. But you have a right to an opinion, but you don't have a right to go out and hurt somebody. That's not a right. That's a criminal activity. But anyway, guys, I'll be there on weeknight. I'm going to start doing it on weeknights at 7, probably starting Monday, tomorrow. Or maybe I might not do it till Wednesday. It'll probably be Wednesday. Because on Mondays and Tuesdays I have dialysis. But Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays I have dialysis. So I'm going to try to do it on Wednesdays and Fridays and maybe Sundays, do live broadcast if I get enough people to subscribe. But what I need you to do right now is like, share, subscribe. I'm new to this. I haven't been around that long. So a lot of people don't know my channel. So if you wouldn't mind, just share it. Share it, hit that like button, because that helps the algorithm. It helps me get out into the mainstream of YouTube. The more it's liked, the more it's shared, the more it gets noticed. But anyway, guys, I thank you for watching and listening to this rant. And I hope you'll join me on my vlog, my live vlog, coming soon. Thank you for watching. God bless you all. Have a nice night.